Hey James, this is Nathan. I promised I would show you some tips on how to make your logo into a digital file, so you can leverage some of the line work and just take this to the next level. So what you see on the screen is your logo in Photoshop, and I'm going to go to the top menu in Photoshop to Image, Adjustments, and Levels, and I'm going to get rid of some of this dirt that you've got a pencil sketch, so you got lots of smudges. You can see as I mess with the levels, there's lots of darker areas, and if I go the other way, we can get rid of some of those smudges, so that when we drop this into Illustrator and we try to live trace it, we won't have as much garbage to filter out. So your sketches are fine, they look good, and this is just a process in which it helps to clean things up before you drop them into Illustrator and live trace. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm gonna go ahead and crop it too, so that I don't have as much white box around this. This is the JPEG you gave me, nice big white box. So I'm sure it's just a piece of paper you scanned. So I'm gonna crop it down, just an image crop, and now I'm gonna save it. File, save as, logo, and I'm gonna put cleaned up. So the process that we're doing, James, is we're gonna clean it up in Photoshop, and then we're gonna drop it into Illustrator, and we're gonna live trace it, and from there we can start coloring in and separating the elements of the logo. So I've done the first step. I've cleaned it up in Photoshop and I've saved it. So I'm going to get out of Photoshop and I'm going to open up Illustrator. Oops. And let's get this centered so you can see it on your screen a little better. There's my tools. Alright, so I'm going to go to File at the top menu. I'm going to Place, and I'm going to place in this cleaned up version of your logo. And we'll put that in the center there. I'm going to try and get this in a little closer so you can see it. My webcam isn't the best, I apologize, but you should get the idea. Alright, so now you have a placed JPEG in Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator has some great tools where it'll take this sketch and turn it into a live sketch for you. I'm going to tip up my camera here, and you can see at the top there's those little menus. They don't show up. Those options, those live trace options, do not show up unless you have your image selected that you've placed into Illustrator. So select the image, these live trace menu options show up, and then next to the live trace button you can see a little drop down menu, and from there it gives us a long list of options: simple trace, color, low fidelity, lettering, inked drawing. I'm gonna try inked. You're gonna see what happens when we do inked here. So I'm gonna select inked, and it's gonna take this information it sees and turn it into a vector object. Not bad, right? I mean, it's okay. But let's try one more option. Live trace. Let's see what it looks like with lettering. Alright, that gave me a little more noise than I want. I'm going to zoom in real close so you can see that all that became a vector object for you. Let's Control Z. There's your JPEG. Let's go back to one color logo, and it's still coming in pretty. I mean, I think we're going to get the same kind of solution no matter what we use. So that works. And okay, that's the trace. So now I'm going to go up to my top menu. I'm going to go to Object, and I'm going to expand this live trace. I'm going to zoom out for you. And now I'm going to choose my direct select tool, and let's see what we got here. Let's see where all the objects are. You can see that all these now are independent objects. Right? They're grouped. We can ungroup them. Object ungroup, and now I can. I'm gonna have to keep ungrouping, aren't I? Object ungroup. The shortcut for that is Command Option G. I have a little 6-year-old looking at me. So 1 second.
Tessie's crying.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Okay. I didn't know say hi.
So now I can move these around independently, and for your situation, you know, you get to your colors, you can start changing the color of your live trace. Okay. So that's really where I wanted you to take this from a digital perspective. Now, if you were working for me and you were on my design team, I would make you redraw this with the pen tool in Illustrator. You know, you'd have to go in and literally just take your pen tool and redraw your sketch using the pen tool, because it gives you that much more control. You don't have these little noise things happening with your pen tool, and there's probably ways for you to clean that up. But I'm not going to touch that in this tutorial. What the goal here was just to show you how Photoshop to Illustrator, Illustrator to live trace to object expand, and then ungroup, and you will be able to control more of your assets here in a dynamic way. I wanted to do one more thing. So I have allergies are killing me today. You hear it in my voice. You know, it's probably good for now then. Watch this again. Let me know if you have concerns. Live paint. Yeah. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good for now. And I may post one more tutorial for you, but take a look at this. I hope it helps. I'm sorry it was done quickly and we had a short interruption, but if it doesn't work and you're going, what the hell, you need to redo that, teacher, then just let me know and I'll redo it for you, okay? All right, I look forward to seeing your work, and you're doing a great job, so keep it up, man. All right, bye.